Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So Ian Northing posted this on Twitter. Janet Yellen says this week's IMF and World Bank meetings will be a Bretton Woods moment for the global economy. And for those of you guys not familiar with what she's talking about, that's a big deal. In a nutshell, Janet Yellen says we must do better. Yellen told Americans and a global audience in a 25-minute speech delivered from the Chicago Council on Global Affairs ahead of the International Monetary Fund and World Bank Springs meeting this week. The Economist compared the upcoming meetings, which will take place in Argentina, to 1944's Bretton Woods Conference, a meeting that redefined the international monetary system after World War II and created a new world order. Though it was a different time, I empathize with the enormous weight they faced, the pressure to come together after a global catastrophe in building an enduring and interconnected system aimed at promoting peace and prosperity throughout the world. So part of their mandates post-beer flu with regards to the economy is promoting diversity, inclusivity. These are some of the talking points that they mention here. I'm not going to go through all of it, guys. I will leave this in the description if you want to read further. Let me just read you this down here. Yellen also notably called for a global minimum corporate tax rate, coinciding with President Biden's plan to raise the U.S. corporate rate to 28% from 21% to help fund his $2 trillion infrastructure plan. A global agreement on a minimum rate would reduce the incentives for U.S. companies to relocate offshore to chase lower taxes. The average corporate rate in the G7 is currently 24%, according to the Nonpartisan Tax Foundation. A big emphasis and a big focus is on an interconnected world, okay? Yellen said that competitiveness is about more than how U.S. headquartered companies fare against other companies in global merger and acquisition bids. It is about making sure that governments have stable tax systems that raise sufficient revenue to invest in essential public goods and respond to crises, and that all citizens fairly share the burden of financing government. So they are spelling it out. This is going to be as big as the Bretton Woods Conference was in 1944, creating a new world order. Well, the Great Reset is not something new. We've talked about that in the past, and I've made a few videos on that myself. I'll link one up here if you guys aren't familiar with what is going on in the world now. Ripple and XRP are going to play a big part in this. I recently saw this from MATTHEWLINY on Twitter. AMF getting ready for RippleNet integration. So this is the Saudi Arabia Central Bank. And this from just today, okay? So the AMF, or rather the Arab Monetary Fund, held a workshop today to discuss Buna, a cross-border payment system owned by the AMF, considering to expand its set of innovative solutions by supporting and clearing the settlement of securities with the ambition of developing an integrated Arab financial market that is capable to increase the depth of used financial instruments and provide easier access to Arab and international investors. Additionally, this workshop will mark 1 year of the Buna interactive events that reached a total number of 20 workshops, during which the Buna management team and diverse high-level guest speakers representing Arab and international financial institutions elaborated on the value proposition of Buna and shared regular updates on its progress and its plans. So just to focus in on this, the cross-border payment system owned by the AMF. This is what Buna is, or Buna. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. And just to go back to MATTHEWLINY's tweet here, these guys are Ripple enabled, and this is the Arab Monetary Fund, okay? So this is the equivalent of the central bank over there. Some older documents from back in, I believe this was 2020, these documents. They do mention the possibility of integrating Ripple's XRP. So as for the second model, the Ripple's DLT-based solution XRapid, so that's when it was called XRapid, that uses crypto asset XRP to enable remittance service providers to lower foreign exchange rate costs and ensure faster settlement. So it's all here, guys, written in this document. And now the Arab Monetary Fund holds a virtual workshop to discuss Buna's support to the integration of Arab financial markets. More central banks around the world are realizing that this is going to be important. And, in terms of the United States, well, the United States apparently should be keeping a closer eye on China because they are trying to weaponize Bitcoin. So I saw this from Michael at Val5 Links on Twitter, and let me read you a little bit of this. PayPal co-founder and venture capitalist Peter Thiel has warned that the Chinese central government may be supporting Bitcoin as a means to undermine the foreign and monetary policy of the United States. He also added that they tried to use the euro in the same way. So speaking at a virtual event hosted by conservative nonprofit, the Richard Nixon Foundation, Thiel was commenting on whether China's central bank issued digital currency, or CBDC, could threaten the US dollar's status as a global reserve currency. While Thiel, who is also known to be pro-Bitcoin, suggested an internal stablecoin in China will amount to little more than some sort of totalitarian measuring device, He added that China may view Bitcoin as a tool to erode the dollar's hegemony. So here's what he says. From China's point of view, they don't like the US having this reserve currency because it gives a lot of leverage over oil supply chains and all that sort of thing. He goes on to say, even though I'm pro-crypto, pro-Bitcoin maximalist person, I do wonder whether if at this point Bitcoin should also be thought of as in part as a Chinese financial weapon against the US, where it threatens fiat money, but it especially threatens the US dollar. Peter Thiel, a self-proclaimed Bitcoin maximalist, is going on the record and saying, yeah, but hold on, be careful because the Chinese could be using Bitcoin as a weapon. Now, there are a few ways around this. Either use some other country's fiat currency to be the world reserve currency, or use a combination, or something completely new like a cryptocurrency. Perhaps a cryptocurrency that is already created, specifically designed and very, very efficient for trade quickly, cheaply, and basically more efficiently, there being XRP. Now, I did a video just yesterday, guys, and I'll link it up here if you didn't see it. There are already charts on TradingView that are giving us the Brent crude oil to XRP price, the WTI to XRP, and gold per kilo to XRP. So TradingView is already pairing commodities and precious metals to XRP. If that doesn't spell something out, I don't know what does. So Thiel also speculated China does not actually want the renminbi to become the global reserve currency, noting the government would have to open their capital accounts. Among other measures, they really don't want to. As such, Thiel concluded that supporting Bitcoin offers China an elegant means to weaken the dollar's standing internationally. He goes on to say China wants to do things to weaken the dollar. China's long Bitcoin, and perhaps from a geopolitical perspective, the US should be asking some tougher questions about exactly how that works. Yeah, no duh. All right, let me continue because I saw this from XRP Crypto Wolf, and this all ties in. This was a recent interview from David Schwartz on CoinDesk News, I believe it was called, Ripple CTO. All the evidence suggests XRP and Bitcoin are similar, contrary to the SEC. So he's talking about the SEC lawsuit in this particular interview. So he's talking about XRP with regards to the lawsuit. However, we were just talking about Bitcoin. We were just talking about world trade, and David Schwartz is likening the two. So the chief technology officer said on CoinDesk TV that all the evidence suggests Bitcoin and XRP are similar despite allegations XRP is being sold illegally as a security. Speaking during First Mover on Wednesday, Schwartz added, the market considers them similar. We consider them similar. Ripple is in the midst of defending itself. Sure enough, yes. David Schwartz, down here, David Schwartz, the SEC action came out of nowhere, said Schwartz, who said XRP and cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin are completely different. And guys, I believe there is a link. Yes, this is the Coindesk TV link here to David Schwartz talking about it. I will link this article in the description for those of you guys who want to watch further. Now, this is all coming at a very, very interesting time because we hear Janet Yellen saying, more inclusivity is needed, and we see Ripple partnering with not only cross-border transaction companies in different countries around the world, but also central banks. And one of the biggest underserved regions in the world is Africa. And I wanted to bring up this tweet thread here from Wrath of Kahneman, who recently discusses this partnership that we heard about with Mercury FX and Zago, and how big this is going to be for Africa. Okay, Ripple recently announced partners Mercury FX and Zago were admitted to South Africa's Intergovernmental Sandbox. Mercury FX is known, but Zago, built on the XRPL, trading XRP, needs some more exposure. So here is the thread here where he discusses this. Last week, Zago partnered with Bquant to offer cross-border trading facility for institutional investors based in Africa. Zago will be able to access liquidity from Europe that institutional investors have been seeking in Africa. Also last week, they partnered with Paxful, Africa's largest P2P BTC marketplace with mobile app. And he links all the resources here, guys, so you can follow this tweet thread and take a look if you guys want to do more research. Zago launched as a Ripple gateway and custom exchange in South Africa, an issuing gateway and a private exchange, with the gateway offering a way for money and other forms of value to move in and out of the XRP ledger. They have created a crypto-agnostic settlement platform, and depending on the preference of the customer-facing wallet, Zago will settle with the retailer in ZAR. Customers will sign up directly with Zago Pay in XRP. So as liquidity builds, they are moving into payments beyond trading. Also invested in by Capitec Bank, which is Mvelo Ventures. And again, guys, this is all, a lot of this is, well, this one's from the Zago website. This is from bitcoinafrica.io. The one up here was from the Zago website, so various different sources here. One founder is on board of Africa's largest retail bank, RMB, so that's another piece of the puzzle. Also, I found this really interesting. Their Twitter account literally updates XRPTA. So let me click on this for a second. This is Zago Technologies. This is their official Twitter account, and they are actually reporting on XRP technical analysis. XRP formed a green 3. A buy signal was activated when XRP moved above R9. What is impressive is the break above weekly closing highs, which formed in November. If this ascending pattern plays out, new yearly highs can be expected. So this coming straight from Zago. We know they are very, very XRP friendly. It does solve a problem for their business. Anyway, final thoughts from Wrath of Kahneman. Zago is ambitiously pro XRP, and Africa is an important market. Ripple highlighted Mercury FX because they are an old ODL partner, but things are heating up for XRP in Africa with Zago. Looking forward to seeing how their payment efforts develop. And so here's just another source here. And I recently did a video that had an interview with the CEO and co-founder of Zago talking about XRP and how it solves problems and how it's basically so fast. On a bad day, he said it takes 5 seconds. Usually payments take under 4 seconds to settle. So the headline of this article, we love Bitcoin, but XRP solves our problems. Huge shout out to Wrath of Kahneman here. I mean, it does give us some food for thought. We know Africa is going to be an important market, and we know Janet Yellen, of course, saying inclusivity is going to be part of this new economic system, the New World Order. Africa has historically been underserved. So what is this going to mean, guys? Well, the more utility for XRP in the ecosystem, of course, means the more demand for XRP, and thus, the higher the price, theoretically, XRP will go. Let me bring you to this screen grab here, and this was brought to my attention by Jamil Kays. Now, I know I've read this in the past. This is an older post from David Schwartz that I believe he posted on Reddit a while back. This is David Schwartz, Ripple CTO, who helped build the XRP ledger in XRP. The same guy who was contracted by the NSA in the 80s. That's right, the National Security Agency in the United States. He knows what he built. So this is with regards to somebody asking about XRP price, and I don't know if you guys remember this from way back when. What if Ripple captures the value of all high-friction international payments that are now occurring? $20. You could add a multiplier to this for additional demand from people holding XRP to make or facilitate the payments in the future. This is talking about XRP price and real-world utility, by the way, guys, in an ecosystem that will actually be utilizing XRP. This was years away when David Schwartz originally posted this, but I think this is getting more and more relevant as the months go on. What if Ripple captures the value of an increasing volume of international payments driven by the reduction in friction? Maybe $120. Same point as above, you could just add a multiplier to this. So basically stating, in order for XRP to continue to be liquid and continue to solve the problems of high value payments, it could be $20 depending on what corridors you are using. It could be $120 depending on the percentage of those high value payments globally that Ripple is targeting. And I'm sure it could even be much higher than that. This is just an example again from David Schwartz posting on Reddit, I believe. So Africa, going to be a big factor in this. I wanted to thank everybody who contributed to all these tweets. Jamil Kays, we got Wrath of Kahneman, a big one with the Mercury FX and Zago tweet. XRP Crypto Wolf, Michael at Val5Links, Matthew LINY, Ian Northing. The New World Order is real, guys. I'm just happy I hold XRP. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.